Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally going to be filming my favorites of 2018. There's just been a lot pushing this video off, but I am finally going to film it. Hopefully I don't have any problems, and let's just get to the video. Okay, so I want to start off with hair. I only have two products. So the first product is the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. This is what I use to style my hair when I want to wear my hair curly. I love this brand. It's sulfate-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free, mineral oil-free, cruelty-free, no petroleum. So it's a super great brand, good for your hair. This is a mask for natural, chemically processed, or heat styled hair. I fit all of those. I've really loved this year. I've repurchased it a few times and it just works amazing and it's really affordable. The next product that I want to talk about is my new straightener. So this is from, I don't know the name of the brand. I thought it was Brocado, but then I think this is the Brocado Vibra Straight Pro. I'm not quite sure, but this is my literally favorite flat iron. So I purchased this in April and I loved the straightener that I had before, but this one is just so much better. So it has vibrating plates, so as it goes through your hair it vibrates. That way it doesn't pull or tug any of the hair. It makes straightening your hair so fast and easy. It has a sensor for temperature, so you can set the temperature where you want it, but then as you straighten your hair it'll get hotter or cooler depending on what your hair needs. So it's not going to burn or damage your hair at all. So that's all I have to say about that. Those are the two hair products that I loved in 2018. So I have a few skincare products. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Pacifica Sheet Mask. These are my two favorite ones. This is the Super Green Detox Mask and then the Energized Glow Mask. So I'm not a big sheet mask user. I just kind of feel like they're pointless. But these ones, I actually feel them working in my skin, and that is why I like them so much, and they're also super affordable. So the next two products that I want to talk about are from the brand Caudalie. That is the brand that I'm currently working for. I'm the market specialist for them, and honestly, like, I'm not even saying this because I work for them. These products are so amazing, and I could include literally like everything from them in this video, but then I just feel like that's cheesy and no one's gonna believe me. So I have three products from them. Two of them go together, which is why I said two. So these are the Vino Pure line, and this is the toner and the serum. I just got these in December, and you can tell I've already used a generous amount of the serum there. This has literally helped my skin so amazingly. They have a natural salicylic acid in them, so you don't experience any drying or anything like that that usually comes along with using a product with salicylic acid in it. So I use it both day and night, and it doesn't dry me out, but it unclogs my pores and it helps keep my acne at bay. And then the last skincare product that I wanted to mention is the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. So this is what it looks like. This is just like a setting spray, facial spray, toning spray, whatever. You can use it for so many things. It has so many good things in it. It smells amazing, and I've used this so much in the past month. I use it in my makeup and my skincare. I will usually do it after I put a toner on. You can also use it in place as a toner, but I like having like an exfoliating toner. Then I will use it like at the end of my skincare routine just to refresh my skin. I will use it in my makeup before I put my makeup on and after I put my makeup on, and you can even use it through the day. Sometimes if I'm not really wearing makeup that day, I will just do it through the day to kind of help like refresh my skin. Or if I'm just doing a quick clean, I'll do a micellar water and then I'll do this instead of doing a toner with it. So that is it for skin. And now let's move on to, okay, so I'm just going to start off in the order that I do my makeup. So I'm going to start off with primers. I only have one to talk about, and that is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And honestly, I love this stuff. I don't know why. It's so good. It's silicone free, alcohol free, and oil free. but I need it every time I do my makeup. I always combine it with another primer. I don't use it alone, but for some reason it just helps my makeup go on so much smoother. Now for foundation, I have two that I want to talk about. So I have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I have been obsessed with this ever since I got it. It just looks so airbrushed on the skin. It's just really beautiful, especially for a drugstore foundation. This was definitely my favorite one that came out this year. And then for high-end foundations, I have to give the winner to the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Longwear Foundation. Well, I know this didn't come out this year. This actually came out the year before, but this is just such a good foundation. This is definitely like my all-time favorite foundation. It just wears so well. It looks so good on my skin. I never have any issues with it, but I didn't get it till the end of 2017. I think I literally got it for Christmas, or I think it was actually after Christmas because I returned something for this. So I really just used it in 2018 and I fell in love with it. For concealers, I have two to talk about. These were the two I constantly used in 2018. The first one has to go to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I don't know why, this is just the best of the best. I've gone through like 3 tubes this year and it's just amazing. I feel like I don't need to say anything about it. Everyone knows about Shape Tape now, but yeah, it's still a favorite of mine. A new concealer though, it's not new, but it was new to me, that I really fell in love with this year is the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This, I don't know why, it was just so amazing. I wish I discovered it sooner. I went through a whole one this year, which like for me, going through one full thing of a product is a big deal because I have so many of each item that if I actually finish a product, that means I really liked it. So I had actually gotten that for Christmas, so I used it all of 2018. And the last like face prep product before I get into like colors and powders is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So this is what it looks like here. It is just a brightening corrector pot. You've probably seen this on my channel or Instagram if you watch my videos. Sometimes I don't show it every time, but I've literally used this every time I've done my makeup since I bought it, unless it's like didn't matter and I was just doing makeup for a video and taking it off, then I wouldn't. But this is just so amazing. I have it on right now. You probably don't know the difference if I have it on or not, but I noticed the difference in the wear. It helps my concealer not crease and wear so much better under here, and it just helps brighten this whole area, and the concealer laying on top of it just looks so good. So for setting powders, I did use Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder majority of the year, and that one's always going to be a favorite and a ride or die. I just didn't want to mention it because I did discover a new powder that I am in love with. So I haven't been using this long, but this is the Pretty Vulgar Powder Room Translucent Setting Powder, and honestly this powder is just so good. It wears super well. It's not overly matte to where my skin feels dry, but it's honestly super similar to the Laura Mercier powder, and it's a little cheaper, but I've loved this so much and I've been using this instead of my Laura Mercier since I got it. Let's move on to bronzers. So I have two I want to show you. The first one is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I had never used this before, I just started using it this year, and this was probably my favorite bronzer of the, this was my favorite bronzer of the year. I constantly went back to it. It worked on me no matter what skin tone I was, and it just leaves like the prettiest, like sun-kissed, like natural bronze. And then another product that I loved this year is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel Palette. So you can tell, I mean, I've hit pan on 2 shades. So that says a lot about it. Clearly those are the two I use the most. So this is like my perfect contour shade. It is the best contour shade for my nose. And then I do also love this banana powder to carve out my contour and clean everything up. Do occasionally use Angle to bronze, and then I have used Halo, and you probably can't tell on camera, but you can see it's worn down quite a lot to also clean up my contour and bronzer. But this palette is just amazing, and I just have not found any contour shade like this one. So like literally once I run out of this, I'm just gonna have to rebuy the whole palette for the one shade. I'm okay with that though. It is that good. For blush, I only have one. I kind of switch around my blush a lot, but the one that really impressed me that came out this year is from Too Faced, and that is the Fruit Cocktail Blush Duos in the shade Strawberry. And I don't know, I mean, I love the packaging. First of all, I didn't think that these would be that good because it looks like there's so much shimmer in them, but when it goes on the face, there's really not too much there, and it just looks so beautiful. It was definitely unexpected. I did not expect to like this as much as I do, but it's just a really, really pretty blush, super pigmented. I mix the two together when I use them, and it's just this really pretty pink shade, and it just goes on so well. Not a chunky glitter. You really can't even tell that there's glitter on your face with it, especially if you do highlighter and everything. It's not overdone. It's a really beautiful blush. You have a few highlighters to share. So the first one I want to talk about is the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. This was honestly the best highlighter of 2018, best highlighter ever. This is like my go-to highlighter. If I don't feel like playing around, or if I'm in a hurry, if I'm going out, it's blinding but not chunky. It's just the best. Like, if you can, I know they just restocked. I don't think it's a permanent item, so if you don't have this, you need to get your hands on it before they're gone. The next product I want to talk about is super similar, and this was a great find in 2018. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. It's buttery, so it has that nice wet glow on the cheeks. Love this color. Look at that. Such a pretty glow. It's probably the best drugstore highlighter out there. Honestly, it competes with a lot of high-end highlighters as well. That is it for the face makeup. Now let's move into eyes. So the first product, the writing is like worn off of it, but this is from Lime Crime. This is the Bushy Brow Gel in the shade, in the shade Clear. And I love this stuff because not only does it work good, but look at how tiny that spoolie is. I was on the lookout for a really tiny brow gel because I want to be able to get all the hairs, and I feel like with regular clear brow gels, if the spoolie is too large, or like a regular mascara size, you just can't get that nice bushy brow. But this, I love the spoolie, and it works really well too. They do have it in shades as well if you like a tinted brow gel. And then for brow products, my favorite ones of 2018 are from Benefit. This is the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder, and I use the shade 5. I use this so much through the year. I use like the darker half of it, and I just went through this so much. I loved this brow product. Recently I have switched to the next product, and that is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I also use the shade 5 in this, and I don't know, I just feel like I can get my brows a little faster and easier with the pencil now, but I still really love the Foolproof Brow Powder. I probably will always go back and forth between the two, just depending on how my brows are. For eyes, the first product I want to talk about is the P. Louise Eye Base. This is the best eyeshadow base ever. I typically only use my concealer, and ever since I gotten this, I cannot use my concealer to do my eyeshadow because I see such a big difference between using this and just using a regular concealer. Let's talk about palettes. So the first palette I want to talk about is the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. So you can tell from looking at mine, it's pretty messy because I've used it a lot in 2018. I have so many eyeshadows. I don't go back to the same eyeshadow palettes a lot, so if I do, it means I really like it and it's really good. So this came out, I think, around like April of 2018, and I've just been obsessed with it. I traveled with it. I love all of the shades in it. The next palette that I want to talk about is the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie Friendcation palette. Dose of Colors honestly has probably the best eyeshadow formula out there. I know their palettes are a little expensive, but they are so worth it. I love that it has your typical matte shades that you can use to create any look, and then the shimmers in this are so unique. I've used this shade so many times since I've gotten this palette. I love this pink. I don't feel like I have many shades like that, and I know I don't have any shades like this down here. The last eye product I have are the Kiss Faux Lash Extensions. So I do have lash extensions on, but I love these because they are a flat band individual lash. Usually they're not bands, and those are so difficult to put on. These are literally so easy to put on. And I love them. Either if you just want individual lashes and you want that lash extension effect, they're great. Or if you have lash extensions and you're trying to go in between fills, you can place them in where you have gaps to kind of get a little bit of a fuller lash. Last is lips. I'm gonna start with lip liner. The first products are from Kylie Cosmetics. These are her lip liners in the shade Exposed and Malibu. I've gone through a full Exposed. This is my new one. And Malibu I haven't had for as long, but I am obsessed with these shades. They're just perfect nudes. I think Kylie has the best lip liner formula out there. They're just so creamy and easy to use. She definitely knows what she's doing when it comes to that. So the darker one is Malibu, and then the lighter one is Exposed. Okay, so the other lip liner that I want to talk about is the KKW Beauty lip liner in Nude 1. This is like my go-to lip liner of probably the past few months. It's a little more taupey and deeper than the other two, so that's what that shade looks like. It's really beautiful though, and it's really, I think they are like the same exact formula. I really don't know, but I think they're the same formula. They feel the same when I put them on. For lipsticks, first I want to talk about the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Polishes, or the Full On Lip Cream. I have two, but these are just amazing. I usually will wear these on top of a lip balm for like my no makeup days. I have the shades Blushing Margarita and Sugar. Those are like my perfect natural shades, and yeah, I think these are just amazing. They are a little plumping, they're cooling on the lips. It's not like a tingling plumping or irritating where it's gonna get red. It's just a little more gentle. Blushing Margarita is like a light pinky nude, and then Sugar is the same exact color, it just has some glittery sheen to it. Next, I want to talk about the KKW by Kylie Cosmetics Cream Liquid Lipstick in the shade Kimberly. This was one of my go-tos, especially in the summer. Color is just so pretty. It's like a really beautiful nude. Unfortunately, I wish you could buy it by itself and not in the whole kit, because honestly, I don't use any of the other ones, and I never worn the other three. But this one I constantly wear. So if you think you would wear the other three, I would say go ahead and get the collection. But if you're not going to wear the other three, then I don't know if this is something you would want to grab. And next product is the Kylie Cosmetics Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Libra. Mine has literally lash glue all over it because I throw it in my makeup bag when I'm going out, because I've worn it quite a few times. It's such a pretty light nude. I love mixing, either wearing it by itself with a deeper lip liner, or I'll wear it with a color, and then I will just put it in the center just to give a nice ombre. Ooh, that looks good. So yeah, ooh, I should have done that in the first place. That makes me look even better. I love an ombre lip. I love like a super pale nude. So this shade here, I mean, you can tell it is the palest of pale nudes. but it looks so good in combination with other lipsticks and by itself with a deeper lip liner. And then the last lip product I want to talk about is another one from Buxom. This is the Vava Plump, I don't even know what they're called. It's just Vava Plump something lipstick in the shade Taupe It Off. So these are like shiny liquid lipsticks, and I wore this a ton when I was still working at Ulta, because this is the shade, by the way. They wear so well, but they're not a drying formula, so it stays shiny. You don't have to put a lip gloss on top. It's really hydrating, but you get the longevity that liquid lipsticks have. Oh, and I forgot to talk about setting sprays. Let's do that real quick, actually, before I get into brushes. The two I wanted to talk about is the Ben Nye Final Seal. This is the best setting spray to make your makeup last longer. I use this on myself and my clients, especially for prom, bridal, things where you need your makeup to last long. I don't use this on an everyday basis because it's kind of expensive. It's $20 for this tiny bottle on Amazon, but it's not something you need every day, at least for me and my skin type. If you are really oily though, this would be a great setting spray for you on an everyday basis, and you don't need to douse your skin in it. You can really feel it sealing your makeup in, and that's what I love about it. Like, you literally feel it sealing your makeup in. So you don't need a lot, you don't need to overdo it. If you do, it'll feel sticky, but this is amazing. And then the next product for setting spray that I wanted to talk about is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is so good. This one's actually empty. It just finished it yesterday, but I already have another one. It is just so good. It's like this micro mist. I love that you can just like, I don't want to spray it. Oh wait. Nope, that wasn't a good idea. Anyways, I love that you can just like mist your face in it. I don't really use this to set my makeup. I use it to like, I'll spray my face and then I'll press it in with my sponge, and it just helps my makeup and powders melt into my skin. So good. Now I just have like some miscellaneous products to talk about. So just some brushes that I wanted to mention and a brush cleaner. So for brush cleaner, I had to give a shout out to the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. This is, you can get this at Sephora. This is the big size. They do have smaller ones, but I am obsessed with this stuff for myself and for working on clients. Dries instantly. It disinfects as well, which is really important. And it just gets literally everything out of brushes. Like, I've tried other spray cleaners and they work, but not anything as good as this one. And because I am a working makeup artist, I do like that this is a disinfectant as well for brushes. So the first brush I want to talk about is the Luxie Jady Wady Nose Perfecting Wand. I purchased this when I was in LA, and this is a $24 brush. So I am like obsessed with contouring my nose. I don't like my nose, so I want to contour it as much as I can, and this brush really upped my contour game. So I don't really use this side as much, but this side is just perfect for contouring the nose. It's really helped me figure out how to contour my nose to where I like it. So I highly recommend this if you really want to up your nose contour game, or if that's an insecurity of yours and you're trying to figure out how to contour it. I definitely recommend investing into this brush. So one of the other brushes is the Wet n Wild P53. This is from the Fire and Ice collection. This was the bronzer brush. This is my favorite bronzer brush. I love that it's not too big, because typically I would use like this brush or this one, which are really big, and that's okay for some makeup looks. I love how small this one is, but it has a tapered end, so it just fits perfectly to give like a really nice, clean, targeted, like airbrush bronze. And the last product that I'm going to talk about that was one of my favorites of 2018 that I discovered is the Morphe M514. So this is a mini tapered blending brush, and I typically was using the like 441, 433, bigger blending brushes to blend my eyeshadow, and that's fine, but if you want to get way more into detail or blending and color, getting small blending brushes like this are key. They really help just target the shade and pack it in and buff it out. I have 4 of these and I love them so much. They just help your blending game. Okay guys, so that is it for the video. If you guys liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. Let me know in the comments down below what your guys' favorite products of 2018 were, if we had any of the same favorites, anything like that, any products you recommend for me to try out in 2019. I would love to chat with you guys in the comments down below. Don't forget to also follow my Instagram. I post more tutorials on Instagram, so if you want to check those out, give me a follow on there, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.